Good morning. Welcome to another edition of the Fortunate Fortune Teller. I'm very fortunate that I'm up this morning. It's very early. It's about 6 o'clock, I think. 6 a.m. I said, you know what? Why not just get up and make a video? I guess, why not? Why not? Why not? So just wanted to, check in, see how everything's going here. Get these cards all, do this little selenite ritual here. The fact of the matter is that a lot of people, a lot of fake chosen ones are going to be, they're going to be exposed very soon, one by one. They will all go down. Okay, so anybody who thought that they were, invincible or chosen, or they took the energy of a chosen one and that they were, still protected with that energy. Unfortunately, that's not the case anymore, because you are going to see who the real chosens are. Okay? You're going to see it. It's going to be very, 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 very obvious. Okay? By who and what goes. Okay? And who and what shows, brother. Okay? Some are going to go and some are going to show. So let's get the, overall energy here of the collective. Okay? Let's see what's going on. I mean, we always know the same bullshit always going on, right? It's always the same stuff. So what's gonna happen to these chosen characters, these fake chosen ones? What are they gonna do when they're seen? How are they gonna handle it? Okay, because we know the overall energy of the collective here is you. You are the Empress, okay? First card right off the bat. So if anybody's gonna tell us anything, you're sadly mistaken, brother, because that's us, okay? Right off the bat. So, overall energy of the collective, Empress, okay? And you know what this Empress has coming to them? You know what this Empress has? Because they are Nine of Cups. They are a wish come true. And Ace of Cups, okay? So just know that this Empress will be building their foundation on a Ten of Cups, like we always say, because the Ten of Cups creates abundance. So that is what a real chosen one would know. Okay, they wouldn't know, they wouldn't spew hate stuff at people. They wouldn't be, there's a lot of ways you could tell who's chosen and who's not. Believe me when I tell you. Okay, these other ones are frauds. Okay, anybody who's claiming that now and that is doing well, is well off right now, that's a fraud. Okay, because all the people that were chosen have been held down and kept, okay, locked in a box. Okay, as Charlie in the boxes. Okay, they wanted to make us Charlie in the boxes and send us to the island of the misfit toys, but no. And they didn't want to replace us with Jack. We were the originals. Okay, so just now people are going to see that. Okay, because like I said, the Empress here, Nine of Cups, wish come true. They also are a Nine of Pentacles. Okay, they're almost there. Just Ace of Pentacles comes, Ten of Pentacles. That is already going to come, no matter what you say. Okay, because you know why it's going to come. Because you are the star of the show. You are the star. This is the energy, okay? This is the energy that these people have been, feeding off of, okay? They've been stealing. They've been sharing. They think that you didn't deserve it. They said this Empress doesn't deserve this star energy, okay? They don't deserve to be, a Nine of Pentacles. They don't deserve this, okay? Well, guess what? That's fine. They can believe whatever they want, but God thinks we deserve it, okay? God thinks you deserve it. So just know that is why you are the star of the show, okay? That's why this all revolves around you. You calling your energy back is which blew the lid off this thing, okay? That's why it's the way it is. This is why this Empress is a star right now, okay? Or at least getting there. I mean, you could only keep them... How much longer do you think that they are going to be able to keep you down? Okay? If they realize that listen, when you're a chosen one... These motherfuckers can't do nothing to you. Okay, they can't kill you. They can't do nothing. That's what I'm saying. Like I could walk anywhere we want. Nobody could do nothing. Okay, because we know. That's why we know. Okay, because listen, brother, this world, this old world that these people have, it's no longer going to be in existence. Okay, because we are creating a new world. Okay. These people, they wanted to keep you, they wanted to take shortcuts here, okay? They want to steal your energy, get to the top without, putting in the hard work, okay? That's what a lot of these chosen ones or whoever is, self-proclaimed chosen ones, okay? They want to, leave you with no closure. Keep this, cycle going. But no, no, no. Real chosen people do not act the way some of these people act, okay? And that is why they are all going to be seen very soon, okay? Just like I said, this Empress is a Nine of Pentacles. Will have an Ace of Pentacles coming. Will equal this Ten of Pentacles right there. So far, so good, if you ask me in the first 5 minutes, okay? Seen the Star, the Ten of Pentacles, the Empress, Nine of Pentacles. All we got to do is get to this whole world. We got to complete this cycle here, okay? They're trying to keep it stuck, all right? Just know that that's, of course, they're going to be trying to keep it, these fake ones. So these fake chosen ones are trying to keep the cycle going. They're trying to, keep you down. They're going to say things like you're crazy, blah, 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 blah. But it really doesn't make a difference because all you have to do is just keep doing what you're doing, all right? And everything is going to work out 100% because they're going to show themselves because now they see that you're coming back. Now they see you're taking the energy back, okay? Now they're losing energy. By us taking that chosen energy back, okay, now causes these people to, they're going to get sick now, okay? Because they're not going to know, they're going to be who they really are, okay? And that's not a star, okay? So you'll see how they'll double down to get it. So it's going to be a big thing here, you'll see, okay? Because Seven of Wands reversed, because they're exhausted, okay? They're going to have to give up. Like I said, once you call this energy back, Seven of Wands reverse, they have to give up. There's no other option. They got to tap. The confidence is destroyed. They have no confidence. They only had the confidence because they took your energy. Okay? Now they're overwhelmed. Okay? Very much caught up in their shit right now. Okay? They're stuck in their shit. So they're sitting in their shit. I don't know why, but that's what they are. So just know because they tried to take it from you. They didn't think this far. They didn't say, you know what? They said, what if that Empress does come back and takes this energy? What are we going to do? They never thought that. They just thought, they thought they were lucky. They thought they walked into something. They said, wow, look at this. We'll take it from there. They don't even know nothing. They're a big dope. A big idiot. That's what they said about you. They said, big stooge he is. He's a dope. He's a moron is what they called you. But the only dope here is anybody who tried to steal your energy, okay? Because they're going to be the ones who are going to have to pay the price for it with public humiliation. Just understand that, okay? Because you know why? You know why, brother? Because they made the list. That's why, okay? The list of people to be sent back to hell to never be seen or heard from again because they were unable to, Six of Cups, show any unconditional love like we do, okay? They're not unconditionally loving like this Empress, okay? And that is another reason why these chosen energies have exposed themselves. Chosen energies all know how to unconditionally love, okay? They all know how to do that, okay? So, there you go. We don't do any underhanded stuff. We don't insult groups, okay? We believe what we want to believe, and we tell everybody believe what the fuck you want to believe, okay? You don't like it, then fuck, there's the door, okay? We ain't here to, we don't give a fuck who follows, who listens, who does what, because we already know. We know who matters. We know. That's the guy upstairs, brother. That's the one who matters. Not you, not me, that. And they back you, okay? So just understand that, brother. Ace of Wands. That's why you're an inspiration here. That's why new projects are going to be coming in, okay? You have willpower. You have this new desire, this power, this willpower to create. You know what I mean? So just know that is because you're getting your energy back, okay? Before, you may have not had that energy. You didn't even understand, okay? Because these people had this information before you did. That's all it came down to. If you knew about this energy, this would never happen. If this is how you learn. Okay, you learn this way. When your spirit awakes, this is what it's called, spiritual awakening. Okay, because Four of Pentacles, because whatever these people are grabbing for, reaching for, they're trying to they were trying to conserve whatever they can. Okay, this is where it's coming down to. This all really comes down to money at the end of the day, because these people, they feel that that's what they use this energy for greed and money. That's really all it comes down to. So at the end of the day, all they get out of this Four of Pentacles, you know what I'm saying? Because now they're trying to keep whatever they can. Look at it, they're just trying to hold on to whatever they can right now. Okay, so just know there's not much going on there. They're not a Nine of Pentacles like you. Okay, they're not a Nine of Pentacles, because if they were, then they would not be in the position they're in right now. Because if they were a chosen one, they would not be in the position they are right now. Okay, because only chosen ones are able to handle situations that, are very difficult, because two of wands are in reverse. Because the fact of the matter is that these fake choosers, that's what they are, fake choosers, because they fear of the unknown, fear of change. They want to play it safe. Okay, they just never seen this far. They never said, what if this Empress comes back and calls her energy? What if? They just never thought that far. So that's unfortunate for them, but for you, Knight of Cups, you knew that would never be not the case, because you have you have knights in shining armor that want to bring romantic charm to you. Okay, so just know that this Empress does have supporters, especially considering the Knight of Cups energy. Okay, because people like to be around the Knight of Cups energy. It's it's just very alluring, if you ask me. It feels very comfortable feeling. All right, so we got these, so we got these fake people here, pretty much people, copycat energies that want to pretend to be you. Okay, so the fact of the matter is they just wanted to take a shortcut to get there by stealing your energy. Okay, cause you delays of getting there. Okay, so they got in the way. They want you to have no closure. They want you to feel like you had to watch them live your life. Okay, that's what they thought. But you know what happened though? They became exhausted because you came back as the Empress. They didn't think this person was going to come back. Okay, so just the fact that you are the way you are right now, being seen as an Empress, Nine of Pentacles, this is causing these people to be exhausted, because now they're up, doubling down, night after night, trying to attack you. They don't even know what they're doing right now. Okay, they're trying anything to bring you down. Okay, and every day they watch and they see that you get better and better. So they don't know what they're doing. They just keep doing this. But that's fine. We allow that, because we know the more they attack us, the better and better, the stronger and stronger we get. Okay, and the worse and worse and worse it gets for them. They don't see it that way. They just think that maybe something might have worked in the past, that something's going to hit, something, but they don't see just how bad they look. It's almost like what they are. They're addicted to it, because it's like, see, when a drug addict is on the street, they're on heroin or whatever, they're walking the street, they don't really even know what they look like. They don't even care. Okay, all they feel is they have to get that next fix, and this is their next fix, is to knock you down. Okay, and they can't do that. Okay, so that is why it's becoming so difficult. But the reason why is because you had the Lover's energy here. There's nobody that's going to be able to knock you down when you are full of love. That's just not possible. Now, if you're, they can knock you down when you're down, you're depressed, you're, whatever it is. Perhaps, maybe if you're in a Nine of Swords energy or something. But yeah, they could always get you that way. But if you're vibrant, happy, Empress energy, they cannot do, especially when you're protected as a chosen one, in your power, and you're trying to attack that person when they're clearly telling you that's the case, and they still want to do it, not want to admit they're wrong, not say, oh, you know what, sorry, we fucked up. That's all they had to do. That's all they have to do, is say, hey, listen, we fucked up, we didn't know. You know what, we got carried away, this and that. We didn't realize you were that powerful. All right, stop doing it. Now go back to your life, but they can't even give you that, okay? Because they know there that you'll have the power of them, and then you don't even care about having power of them. That's the best part. That's how much ego these people have, that they can't even just admit they were wrong. That's unfortunate, because they're going to have to lose everything because of that. It sucks for them, okay? Four of Cups are reversed, because why they're going to end up losing everything is because now whoever was following these people, these fake chosen ones, suddenly aware that they're not who they said they are, okay? That they really weren't even happy around these people. Just understand that. So just they want to choose happiness now. A lot of these, DMs and, these other people that are around, these fake people. They see that these people are fake. They see because they see how they are responding to you, okay? They see if they were the real person, they would not be intimidated by you, okay? They would not be intimidated by your star energy, okay? Because if you're a star, you don't care what anybody else does. See, us, we know, we don't give a fuck about that, but we know what you want. We know who the real star of the show is, okay? And that is why that person is being seen as a fraud, okay? And they're trying everything possible to discredit you, but it only makes them look worse and worse and worse. So you just continue to do what you're doing. Let them continue to say what they want to say, and it's only going to just get worse. The more they badmouth you, the better it gets for you. Believe me when I say, especially when you don't respond, because then people say, "Wow, look at this." That's the one who's got class. We'll show who the real classy one is, who the real star is, and you're going to see it. And people are seeing it already. Okay, of course these people are going to try to keep you blocked. They'll do anything, any connection, any possible thing they can do to keep you from not being seen. They will do. But eventually, you cannot keep a star. You can't keep a star in a box for too long, okay? You can for a bit. You can keep them blocked. But eventually, that star is going to shine. They're going to outlast, okay? Because the star is forever, brother. The star is forever. So just know that. Unless they want to do this forever, they're never going to, that'll be their life, trying to block you forever. If that's what they want to do, if they could think they could last that long, okay, be our guest. Be our guest. Put us to the test, okay? Because, like I said, Nine of Wands reversed. Because they're all paranoid now, these people. They're paranoid because they said, what are we going to do? How are we going to stop this Empress? We don't understand. How did they come back from this? We did everything to destroy them. How are they back? Because we called our energy back. Because we knew that you had our energy. Okay, the only reason you were in that position in the first place was because you had our energy. Okay, this is what these people got to get through. It's not, like, they believe that, like, because they took it from you, that was theirs now. Like, that they're entitled to it. They feel like you're stealing from them now. They stole your energy, and all you said is, I'll call it back, okay? Now they're paranoid, they're overwhelmed, okay? They're exhausted again, 7 of Wands. So you got this, 9 of Wands in reverse, 7 of Wands in reverse. This is telling me everything I need to know about who you're dealing with. Whoever is trying to pretend to be you, whatever copycat, whatever fake, whoever try to take your energy, 7 of Wands in reverse, 9 of Wands in reverse, okay? That is exactly what they are. With the 2 of Wands in reverse to top it all. Fear of the unknown, freaking overwhelmed, on edge, paranoid, exhausted, fatigued, no motivation, destroyed confidence, giving up because they know they can't beat you. Okay, they're coming to that conclusion. All right, they will get to that point where they know they cannot beat you. Okay, because not only this is Empress, who's a 9 of Cups, who's a 9 of Pentacles, who already has an Ace of Cups coming their way. Not only do they have that, but they also have an Ace of Pentacles coming. Okay, because they will have a 10 of Cups and a 10 of Pentacles, because they will build their foundation on the 10 of Cups. And that will quickly bring the 10 of Pentacles, okay? Just understand that. Plus, a lot of people's DMs are doing well. Perhaps, depending on how far they took it, that'll depend on how much they lose, okay? So if your DM took it too far, they may lose everything. Perhaps maybe they didn't go as far, then they won't lose everything. And it'll be more or less this copycat energy taking the fall, being seen for what they are. I believe that most of your DMs will be smart enough they knew what they were doing. I believe they were. Not all, but a lot. So just trust them. Have trust in them. That's all. They know who you are. They know what you are. They can see this. If they didn't want to be with somebody like you, then they don't deserve you. Okay? Remember that. You're the one who's got all the energy. You're the star of the show. Okay, so if they don't want to be with you, that means that they don't want to be held accountable, all right? And they don't want to be, like, they're jealous, okay? So just let them be. You don't want nobody around like that around you anyway, okay? Because Knight of Swords reversed. Because now, like I said, this person, not only are they, have the fear of the unknown, fear of change, giving up, exhausted, overwhelmed, on edge, paranoid, but they are Knight of Swords in reverse. They're restless, they're unfocused, they're burnt out, they have no direction, they're unpredictable, and they have a disregard for consequences. Like I said, that is somebody that is addicted to doing black magic. Okay, that is exactly what this person is. This person, that's all they know, because that's how they stole your energy, okay, through doing the dark arts. So that's all they know. So that means that now that it's not working, they are doubling down. They have a disregard for consequences. Now they're becoming more and more unpredictable because they see it's not working. Okay, so that is almost like, for instance, a drug addict out there. Okay, just understand, person, maybe, at first it was good. They got that, oh, wow, this is great. It's the best feeling ever. Okay, but then eventually they're trying to, maintain that, and that high is not working. Now they're just doing it just to be normal now. This is where these people are at that point, but then they have to, they're not getting the same high they were, okay? How about that? They're not getting the same high they were by coming at you, and that is why they're going to have to give up and go to black magic rehab, because they're not going to win here, okay? Nobody wins, brother, when they come up against you. Nobody wins when they want to have a 5 of Swords with you. Believe me when I tell you. Anybody who wants some conflict with you, brother, anybody who wants a competition, they want to win at all costs, they want to be sneaky, they want to be a bully you, they want to steal from you, guess what, brother? It will never work out for them, okay? Ever in their life. Because God won't let it work out for them, okay? Because you're a protected chosen one, okay? You must understand that. When people get that through their heads, then they will understand better. But it has to be seen. God is going to make, that's what's going to happen. Now, God's going to be like, okay, now I'm going to show you who is chosen. And that's how God's going to handle things, all right? Just know, he likes to do things like that. You're just waiting for this time to happen. It's just the perfect time, he says. Okay, because these people, a lot of them are in the Eight of Swords right now. They're in a self-imposed prison. Okay, they don't know what to do. They want to give up. They're exhausted. They're impulsive. They have no direction. They're unpredictable. They have a disregard for consequences. They're all up in their head, Eight of Swords. Okay, so that means that these people, they are not, they're not having a good time. Just know that. So it's just like because you're not really making a move here. See, a lot of times they expected you to come out and start making all these moves, coming at them, doing stuff, because then it would easily be able to say, see, look, the guy's crazy, throw him, put him away, he's nuts. But the fact is you didn't do anything. All you did was indirectly talk like you are. You learned a couple skills. You became more, in tune with things, all right? You became more spiritual. You learned tarot, perhaps, okay? You got into crystal work. A lot more self-care to you. They didn't expect this, okay? They expected you to come out and be crazy and be all mad like they would be because they got you, because it was an injustice. You suffered an injustice. So a lot of times when people get an injustice, they come out and they overreact to it. Oh, I can't believe they did this to me. Blah, blah, blah. So, but you didn't even do that. You just said, okay, got me there. That's fine. But here's the thing. It's all going to come back to you because we know about karma. That's why. They didn't take karma seriously. That's the point of it. They just thought that they were going to take from you Page of Wands. They didn't think you had the limitless potential that you do have. They thought that by them just taking it that you would never be able to call it back. They didn't even think that was possible. They didn't think you would figure it out. They just thought since they took it, they really felt that like they hit the lottery. They were like, wow, I can't believe we found this person. So stupid. That's what they said. They're so stupid. They don't even know their own energy, okay? And then they would project their negative energy onto you, and you would go through a lot of their stuff, okay? So a lot of the stuff, the karma. So really what they did was they made you serve some of their karma. So basically your whole life has been karma, okay? So now it's up to this point where it's like that's not how life is supposed to be. Okay? It's not supposed to be that bad. So that means that now, whatever that good karma they had, whatever they had, all comes to you now, all right? Because you served their bad karma. They projected that bad karma onto you. Now we take whatever we get for that. When you served your bad karma, you get good karma back. You understand what I'm saying? Once the more it clears, the better things get for you. Okay, so if people are having you projecting their karma on you and you're clearing it, of course you're going to get whatever that is. Okay, now them people, that all has to go back to them because it all got transmuted. Got served, all right? So we served it, so we get paid for it. Okay, we did the work. Now we get paid for your good karma. So now these people, they still have to serve that karma. You know what I'm saying? Because they got more karma for projecting that karma onto you. So then not only do they have to serve the karma they projected onto you, but they got more karma for that. If that makes sense. But trust me, it makes sense to me because I know what these people are going to have to do. They're going to have to go through a lot. And they're not going to survive it. Trust me when I tell you, because they're not a chosen one. Okay, if you're a chosen one, yes, the things they put you through, you're going to survive it. And that's why it's so amazing. But if you're not chosen, you're not going to be able to survive with these people, especially mentally. The mental anguish these people put you through, no way. No way. Not even a second. Okay, because listen, that's all they've been trying to do right now is avoid this tower, okay? That's all they do. That's why they're in a state of swords, sitting there waiting. They know what's going to happen, okay? They know they're exhausted. They know they're giving up. They know they're coming off their burnout. They're unfocused, okay? They know they have no direction. They're unpredictable. They're acting with a disregard for consequences. Eventually, when somebody acts like with a disregard for consequences, this tower is going to come no matter what, okay? So they are doing everything to avoid this tower, okay? But the way they're trying to avoid it is by having disregard for consequences. So it's going to be so much worse, the tower, because now they're going to have to be physically stopped, okay? So that's what's going to make, because they're an addict. This is an addict you're dealing with. You're dealing with the black magic. I don't know what other stuff they do, but just know that they are a demonic addict. So you are dealing with somebody who won't stop until they are stopped, okay? And that they will be stopped, and that will be very quickly, Eight of Wands, okay? So just know you are too far ahead of them. You're 10 steps ahead of them right now, okay? So there's nothing you could do. It's like you're sitting here, you see where they're already coming, what they're already doing. You're just like, okay. So you already like leave the traps for them. They don't. So it's like they really like, and they fall for it every time. Every trap they fall for. So that is why they're quickly going to experience this tower, and it's going to be way worse than it could have been. Okay, because they're avoiding it. The more you avoid your karma, the worse it gets. This is what I wish people would go to karma school. Okay, because you would learn a lot. You would understand. And people wouldn't be doing the stuff they're doing right now, trust me, if they knew. Because Five of Cups in reverse, that is why people are, acceptance. Moving on, they want to find peace here. It's personal setbacks here. Okay, they're looking for self-forgiveness. So just notice Five of Cups, people are getting past what they were dealing with, okay? So, a lot of people are in regret because of what they did, okay? So just know that they have to move on from this, a lot of people. If they want to move on, they have to accept what they did and apologize. Or they could stay stuck in this situation like this is, okay, and go down with the fort here. It doesn't make a difference to us, okay? Because we know who the ringleaders are. We know who the real demons are. And we know who and what is worth healing, okay? So it doesn't make a difference, okay? Because justice is here no matter what. So if you want to sit here and you want to, stick with these people, these, fake chosen, because they have an entourage of people. They didn't get that way back. They took your energy, made a lot of money with it, okay, and then had bought other people off. That's how they did this, okay? They went to people around you, close by or whatever it was, anybody that would help them, and said, I made them fake promises that they were going to get this, that, and the other thing. Only thing that they had to help you and destroy you, okay? Which should have been easy, right? Especially, that should have been easy, because they said you were an easy takedown, is what they said. Okay, you're very easy takedown. You're soft, is what they said. They didn't really know who they were dealing with, did they? Okay, but perhaps that's the way God wanted it, okay? And that's why justice is here, because they wouldn't have came for you if they thought you were, the way you are now, right? Plus, they wouldn't have been able to. That's why you are the way you are now, because they couldn't even get that now if they tried. There'd be not one thing they could do, and that's what I'm saying. Whatever they did in the past that worked, okay, was because you were not the way you were. You didn't even have protection. You didn't even understand what was going on. Perhaps you had vices. I mean, everybody does, okay? It takes time to, want to be like us, okay? It's not easy. Nobody's just born like this. So you have to go through stuff, especially with people projecting onto you since you're a child. So how else would you know? All right. That's why it tells you everything you need to know about you, that you're clairsentient and clairaudient, okay? You are a very, very talented, you're very, very talented, okay? Just understand that, because now these people, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, have lost their opportunity at ever having anything good in life, okay? Because they did everything in their power to take, okay? That's what they thought. They picked the wrong side. They picked the take side. They should have took the side was, the give side. They want to take, though. So just know now they lost their opportunity. They have a missed chance, and now they're going to have to suffer one of the worst karmas, endings anyone could ever experience, okay? And not to mention that they're going to live a very, very miserable life as long as they live for the rest of their life. They will never be happy again. How about this? Anyone who came up against you will never be happy again. Do you hear me? You'll never be happy again if you came up against us. Because you're always going to be in this Eight of Swords, okay? You're always going to be there. I'm going to keep you there in your head. And you'll never, ever, ever be happy, okay? Because you know why? Ten of Wands, because you're going to have to carry the burden. You're going to have the extra responsibility. You try to put us the extra, so you want to project that karma onto us, right? Mr. McElveen, you want to, project your karma onto us? Well, guess what, brother? If anybody's going to pay, it's going to be you. You're going to be the one who pays the most here, okay? You got the most time, okay? You were going to get the most time. You're going to get a severe sentence. So just understand, if I were you, brother, I would leave town very soon, because we're on to you, okay? We're very, very close. 10 of Wands, that's why you will be carrying the burden here, brother. You will. You thought 20 plus years, you thought you were a big shot, didn't you? Thought you were a tough guy. Okay, but just know, the King of Swords is here, okay? And the King of Swords sees everything, Mr. McElveen. So just understand, they seen what you did, okay? They seen all the things you did. Not just to us, but to a lot of people, okay? And that is why you're going to pay in the most severe of ways, brother, okay? So just know the King of Swords is coming for you. And it's going to be, and we're going to enjoy this one. You're going to be one we enjoy, Mr. McElveen, okay? Just know that. We're going to enjoy it, okay? We've seen you on the video, too. How about that? All right, just know, Mr. McElveen, Eight of Wands will be coming very quickly for you, okay? It's going to be coming quickly, this King of Swords. They're going to be coming to get you, okay? They're coming to get you, the King of Swords. Because they've seen enough, they told me, of you. They've seen enough. And they know just how much we don't like you. Okay, they know what you did to us. Know what you did to our family. They know. Now you have to pay for that. Okay? And what's going to happen is this Ten of Pentacles you wanted to take from us, that's going to be right to this Empress. Okay? Anything that was ever meant good for you, any spiritual gifts you may have had, they're all going to this Empress now, okay? Because you used it for negativity, okay? You spread your spew and your hatred, okay, towards too many people that would matter to me. And now, that is why you're going down, brother. That is why Seven of Wands. Time for you to give up. You're coming off exhausted. What you did ain't working no more. You are persona non grata, Mr. McElveen. So just understand what you're going to do, brother, when the largest arms in the world run wild on you, okay? Because that is what karma is coming for you. Not only is karma coming for you, not only is this King of Swords coming for you, but so is this Emperor, okay? Because we have a lot of people that seen what you did here, okay? They didn't like what you did either. A lot of people don't like what you did, okay? And you're going to have to pay for this, my friend, all right? Because there's only, somebody's got to be sacrificed here, and we choose you. You wanted us to be sacrificed, correct? Was that what your thought process was? You thought you were gonna, sacrifice us? Well, guess what, my friend? You were mistaken. That's exactly what the Emperor said. You wanted to appear like you were an Emperor. You wanted to come off like you were. You wanted to present yourself like one, but all you are is a King of Swords in reverse, okay? Because the real King of Swords seen that the whole time, okay? Because let me tell you something, brother. Three of Wands in reverse. You had a lack of planning, lack of foresight, unexpected delays. There's obstacles to your goals now. Whatever you thought was going to happen is not going to happen, okay, brother? Because the King of Wands is also here. Not only is the Emperor, not only is the King of Swords, but we also had the King of Wands watching our back the whole time, okay? So just understand this person is going to have a great time taking care of you for us, okay? Because they already seen everything, all right? They already have you. They already got you on tape. They got you on video. They got all types of stuff, this King of Wands, okay? Just know, the King of Swords, everybody, you're in serious trouble, Mr. McElveen, okay? Because, brother, you did not expect us to have this temperance. You didn't expect us to have all this balance here. You thought that we were going to lose our mind because you seen us happen before. Well, the only reason that was happening was because you were projecting onto us all your bullshit, okay? You were making us like that, okay? So just know, and then you want to make fun of us over it. So just understand, you're going to have to pay for that. That's another thing you're going to have to pay for. Because once we called all that energy back, now very balanced. We're very under control, and you're the one who's coming off erratic. The the tough guy who thought he could, talk to people however he wanted. That person, Mr. McElveen. You really thought you really felt like a big shot, didn't you? Well, guess what? Not only do we have the King of Swords, okay? Not only do we have the King of Wands, okay? But understand this too, brother. Not only do we have that Emperor, but we have our King of Cups here, okay? The one who loves us the most, okay? And they do not like what you did, okay? Because you affected this King of Cups, okay? What you did directly affected this King of Cups. The lies you said about us, all the negativity you put into this, you did that because you were doing everything in your power to, keep us down. Because you knew we knew what you were. You knew by us getting to the next level, was going to come get you, okay? But guess what? You took yourself out. We didn't have to do nothing here. We didn't do nothing, okay? We garnered no karma here. You're the one who has all the karma. You projected all that karma on those people. You think we don't know what you did to those foster kids? Trust me, brother, we know. We know. Because the King of Swords tells us. So just understand, Mr. McElveen, you got a big problem, okay? You got a big problem because Five of Wands. You want a competition. You want to compete with us. You want a conflict. You want to rival us. But guess what? You're no rival for us, brother. Because the end is near for you. Because Six of Pentacles. Because we will be receiving what is meant for us. Anything you took from this Empress will be recovered and brought back. Okay, and you will lose everything, okay? Because whatever high priestess in reverse you have over there with you, just know that one's going down too, because that person should have been more willing to protect their, whoever they decided to come against, okay? Because you turn this person, you got this person with the money, but no problem. They're going to go down with you too, okay? Why? Because the King of Wands don't really like them either. So just know, this High Priestess in reverse will pay, just like you will, okay? Because you have to pay for what you did, and that is the time now, okay? So let's end this, okay? So just know, this person, whoever came up against you, okay? Whoever these fake chosen people are, whoever these... This is who this is, the High Priestess in reverse, okay? A fake chosen person, okay, that was put up to this by perhaps the King of Swords in reverse, okay? These people, Seven of Wands reverse, they're giving up, they're exhausted, okay? Because they lack strength. There's nothing they could do, okay? They're being seen for everything they are. Just know that the Chariot's here, movement is here, so current thing, it is moving along. Okay, just believe that when I tell you things are moving along. There's conflict amongst these people. They're spent. Seven of Wands, strength, High Priestess in reverse, fake chosen ones being seen. Okay, you are the real deal. All right, that is the facts. Because if you weren't the real deal, you wouldn't have all these people coming at you. Okay, you wouldn't be by yourself here. You wouldn't be just this powerhouse that you are. So let me astrologically talk to you for a second. Okay, brother, I just want to talk to you about something. Just want to see who these people are. These characters, these King of Swords in reverse people, these High Priestess in reverses. Who are them? Who are they? What do they want from us? We know what they want, but let's find out who they are, though. Okay, first off, the fire signs support you. Remember that. The fire is with you, okay? You never have to worry about the fire, okay? The fire is there. Okay, it is there because, brother, you are the control of the moon. Okay, so whatever illusions that were created about you have been shattered. Okay, you are the Cancer. Nobody's going to stop you. Nobody's going to say nothing. The moon rules you. You are the moon's boy. Believe it. Okay, because whatever Pisces, they thought that they were going to replace you. They were going to be king of the water signs. This person, they temporarily perhaps may have... got the best of you, but just understand that this person now is going to have to pay for everything they did. Because what they did was severely bad, okay? They never thought they were going to be seen for this. That's another one who never thought you were going to get back up. But you, Neptune, use your intuition here, okay? Just know that this person has to serve a 14-year cycle now in this new Neptunian cycle. Okay, somehow or another, this Pisces got you wrapped up in the last Neptune cycle in Pisces. Okay, exactly. A Pisces got you stuck in that situation. So just understand this person did a lot of bad stuff with that Neptunian cycle. Okay, so now they're going to have to pay for it now in Aries, when Neptune hits Aries. And it's going to be 14 years of bad luck, my friend. So enjoy yourself, Pisces, because that's what you're going to have to do. See how if you can handle it, because we survived it. We came out better than ever, okay? And just know the luck is with us because Jupiter's here with the Cancer, okay? So believe that when I tell you that, we have enough air to, fill up everything, okay? So we have plenty of air here, okay? Just understand that you're only full of hot air, okay? Also, you are. Nobody's listening to you. Nobody cares what you have to say. Nobody wants any hot air. Okay, because the Sagittarius told us that you're a piece of crap, okay? Because remember, the fire signs are with us. They always are with us. They see everything, and they know that they don't like you at all, okay? Because they said you messed with the wrong earth sign, okay? You messed with the Taurus, and the Taurus is very, very tricky. Remember that. You thought you tricked them. They were actually tricking you, my friend. You thought you were over there. You thought you had people. You thought you had people on the inside that were going to take us down, but you were wrong. You were wrong because you forgot how much air we have. We have plenty of air here. We're full of air. Not only that, but we're the king of the water signs. So we have air and water. Okay, we're only made of air and water. It's unfortunate, but don't matter. We still are. We still have an earth person coming. We fire signs. Okay, like I said, Neptune and Aries, brother. That's going to be the end for this Pisces. Neptune and Aries. Keep that in mind. Neptune and Aries. Remember this. They're going to have to serve that cycle. 14 years, okay? Mars, assertiveness, Neptune and Aries. That's the end of it. Because I don't want to talk about this Pisces no more because I don't like them. All right, so just know that's what I got to say about that. So maybe it's time for you to release judgment, okay, on these people. Maybe you have to release judgment on this Pisces. Let's see what this says. Holding on to judgment, whether of yourself or others, only clouds your vision. Release it and see the world and your path with clearer eyes. So perhaps perhaps, you called this place a piece of crap, and you said you don't like them. So maybe you should just let it go. You won. It's no big deal. They're gonna have to pay, so just wish them well. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna let it go. We're gonna wish you well, Pisces. Okay, nice try. All right. Sometimes you have to release judgment of these people because listen, they're very deceptive. Though sometimes it's difficult because you're not seeing the entire picture of the person or situation. So that could possibly be with your DM, but they are now though. It may be purposely withheld from you, or you may be choosing to look the other way or betray yourself in some way. It's time to gain clarity. That could happen at any time though. Sometimes there are people that can do this to you, like especially when you it's very difficult when you don't want to believe it. Okay, so that's why. But your intuition is always going to tell you. It doesn't matter. Even if anybody who tries to betray you, it doesn't really make a difference. Let them try. They're going to lose anyway. So we don't care. That's why we don't give a fuck. They can't do anything anyway because you're a chosen member of society. So just remember that you're an earth angel. Nobody's going to stop you. Okay, because you're all the way up. Okay, brother? You're like Fat Joe. So I'll check you later. Bye-bye.